From Tunisia to Thailand to Greece and Pakistan, across the Americas and Australia, World Environment Day on June 5th was celebrated by students of all ages, companies of all sizes, and government leaders at every level. Commemorations included garden building, tree plantings, and learning new things about our daily impact on the environment. This year's main activities took place in the host nation of New Zealand. Supreme Master Television went on location for this special report.
We're present at an important event held at Te Papa Museum in Wellington, the capital city of New Zealand, which is hosting World Environment Day this year. We're meeting with leaders at a special press conference to address the biggest crisis facing humanity today, climate change.
It is a real pleasure for New Zealand, and it's an honour that we are hosting such a significant event.
The special guests at today's press conference include Dr. Rajendra Pachauri, Chairman of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, Honourable Trevor Mallard, Minister for the Environment, and President Tong of Kiribati.
If the world community, the different countries don't kick the carbon habit, there will be other countries next on the line.
And that is just the beginning of the visible impact of climate change. The invisible part, the bits that we have not necessarily understood that are happening around us, are also underway.
One important way to adopt the theme of this year's event and kick the carbon habit is by eating less meat. Dr. Rajendra Pachauri, the head of the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, addressed this key solution in a press conference.
From Supreme Master Television. My question is for Dr. Pachauri. You once made a plea saying, please eat less meat. Meat is a very carbon-intensive commodity. Please, can you explain to our global viewers how eating less meat will help to curb global warming?
Well, if you look at the entire commercialized meat cycle, let's start with the killing of the animal itself. It has to be preserved in a cool environment, a cold environment. And today, this is a global business where not only do you need refrigeration at source, but you also need refrigeration at transportation. And then all the meat is stored in warehouses from where it goes to retail outlets. In the retail outlets, it's kept again under refrigeration. People buy meat, they buy a whole lot of it, take it home. Our refrigerators have larger and larger freezers now. Why? Because you need to preserve meat. And I'm not even talking about clearing of forests for pasture land. So if you were to take into account the entire chain, the entire cycle of meat production and consumption, it's hugely intensive in terms of carbon dioxide emissions. And therefore, I always say that if you eat less meat, you will be healthier, and so would the planet.
Dr. Pachauri later granted Supreme Master Television an interview, further sharing his advice.
I think it would help the global community enormously if we consumed less meat. But I'm only highlighting the fact that the entire meat cycle is very, very intensive in terms of carbon dioxide emissions. I would say go veg, be green, and save our planet. And I'd like to say this to Supreme Master Television. Best wishes for your endeavors towards a sustainable world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rajendra Pachauri, and all caring leaders of the future of our climate and our world environment. May we all rise to the task of reducing our carbon footprints by turning to healthier, plant-based diets.